Okay, hi. I'm Nico and I'm one of the devs behind Nodes. We decided to create this video to explain what Nodes is and introduce ourselves to you because we had a surprising success over the last days in terms of downloads. And I think the app is not super clear, at least not at the moment. We need to create some kind of tutorial and stuff. So we get a lot of questions. Hey, what even is this app? What does it do? And we hope to answer this in this little video. Luca is behind the camera. He's one of my friends. And the third team member is in Zurich at the moment, Xander. So, now that we have introduced ourselves, why did we create it? And it kind of came pretty natural to me as I have written so much on my MacBook, mostly through Obsidian, sometimes the Apple Notes app. And I've written a diary, I've had essays, I had obviously like school reports and stuff. And I really loved Obsidian, especially the Markdown aspect. And I always was fascinated by the graph. I mean, it didn't really do anything to me, but I just loved this kind of visualization of my notes. And even though I never really got an insight from it, I loved going around in the graph and exploring old nodes and those connections. But I was always bothered by that I need to create those connections myself. And then when Apple Silicon or like computer chips in general now advanced so much that local AI is possible, I thought to myself last year, okay, let's create something like Obsidian with local AI enabled that finds those connections in the graph by itself. So the user really can see his thoughts from a new angle without taking away from the writing experience. So we don't have a chatbot or any other kind of like very visual AI implementations. It all runs in the background, completely non-intrusive, which is very important to us. Also, the colors and the design come from a past project of mine where I explored the Bauhaus a little bit, especially color-wise and form-wise. You may see like the red dot is very present in our app design, and also a pentagon. And we don't really have a square, but maybe a square will come. But yeah, that is the motivation behind Nodes. Just a cleaner version of Obsidian that really uses the power you hold in your hands when you own a modern MacBook. So what really is Nodes? At its core, and what you will most likely download it for, Nodes is a very minimal markdown editor where the focus really is on the writing experience. And we removed everything that might distract you from it. You still have all the core features, but cleverly hidden, at least I think. I hope we didn't overdo it on that regard. Um, but also where the name comes from. We have this concept of a node. And a node is basically a data structure that sits on top of your content and collects all kind of information about it with the help of a local AI model. You could imagine it, you write a diary entry and you may be like sad about it on this day. You write about, okay, like today was maybe not my day and a bunch of other information. Then this local AI model will create a description about this day and also suggest tags for it to connect it. Then when you, for example, search it later, you could search something like I was sad. And even though you never wrote the term I was sad in the file, we can pick it up and suggest you, okay, you may look for that file. So we enable you, besides searching for the title or obviously keywords you have written in the file, we enable you to search for broader concepts and give you that kind of information. Also, we create those tags and give them to you as suggestions so you can explore it later in the graph, which is also a core part of our app. In the graph, you see all your entries, if it is Markdown or PDFs, connected to each other, and you may find connections that weren't really obvious to you before. So you can explore your content from a new side and hopefully understand something about yourself in a better way. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. That's it from our side. We got way more downloads now than we expected, and we're so grateful for everyone who gives us a chance and tries out the app. I hope we created something that is useful for you and that you can enjoy. First conversations have been amazing, and there's a lot for you on the horizon. We are planning obviously more content types, so images and also voice notes will soon come to notes. And a big upgrade is planned, but we cannot share too much about it yet. We will do a separate video probably. But there is a lot of new stuff and exciting stuff coming, and yeah, we couldn't wish for a better community. Thank you so much for everyone who shared feedback and downloaded the app, and have a lovely day.